It's the Texas Cross Stitchers Floss Tube number 2. My name is Kendall.
My name is Epworth.
And we're so glad that you have joined us. It is a beautiful day in Texas. We got a cold front, which for us, that's a big thing. It's no longer 97 degrees. It is a warm 67-ish.
Maybe around there.
With the wind. So we're excited that y'all are here.
Okay, well, I guess a little updates. I went out of town for a few days. Had about a week and a half away. Enjoyed myself, got some cross stitching done. Was all alone for a week of it, which was nice. Didn't have to worry about anybody but myself. And Kendall was at home taking care of her family.
That must be nice. After we did our first Floss Tube, we went to Dallas for my niece's 3rd birthday. So that was a lot of fun. My girls got to spend time with their cousins, and I got to spend time with her sister, my aunt, which was fun. I can remember as a kid playing with all of the fun Halloween decorations, and so it was nice to see that with my girls, getting to play with the Halloween decorations because we have none here. So it was
we had them, they're just not out.
Yeah.
Have to be home to put them out.
But no, it was a lot of fun. And then last weekend we painted pumpkins, and it was very fun. The girls enjoyed it. It was a mess for me to clean up, but the girls enjoyed it. So it was lots of fun.
All right.
All right. Now, answering questions.
Okay, we had a few questions.
Thank you for asking questions. I tried my best to respond to them to the best of my ability, but here, we have my mom. So, the tablet and the program.
Okay. Someone had asked because they saw me using my iPad, and they wanted to know what programs I use. About 2 years ago, really all I started using was the Apple Books, because on Apple Books you can download your pictures. Let me see if I get one that doesn't show you too much. Well, it's like I can show you. You can mark it off as you go, and I change colors. I count, so that helps me know what I did that day. But you take a photo, you just load it up to your Apple Books, and it has the tools. You can mark it off. There's a ruler you can put into it to help keep your line straight. So I've used that a lot. You can do it with your PDFs, or like I say, you just take a photo of your chart. I don't use a paper chart at all now. I've gotten used to using the iPad. I like it because I can enlarge it. I don't have to keep up with a piece of paper. And a lot of times I can use my iPad, split the screen, my chart's on one side, and I can watch YouTube on the other side, the Floss Tubes. Recently, well, as recently as last month, I started using Markup XP. It is fantastic, and it's for an Apple. They may do it for Android too, but I have Apple products. That's why I have that. It's great if you have PDFs. You just can load them in, and it will, give you a picture shot. This, I do have, like this. I won't open it because it's a chart, but it's a picture. You can also take a photo. Well, part of it's there. And same thing. It's a little more work. You do have to line it up, get it straight, because Markup XP has the grid for you, and try to get it in the grid. As long as you take a good picture and make sure everything is lined up as well as you can, I haven't had a lot of problem. So I recommend both.
Which one do you like more?
I do like the Markup XP because it counts all my stitches. It tells me what color I need to use next, because it'll identify the symbol to the color on a PDF. Now if you put in a paper chart, it will recognize the symbols, but you will have to tell it what color it is. And I started this year using the Notion app, and I didn't look it up. I can get it to you. I put it in the notes. There's a program a lady came up with that you can put with the Notion app, and the Notion app, the part I'm using is free. I didn't have to pay for the app. I did have to buy the program, and in it I can download all the information about my chart, fabric, size, threads, etc. You can also go in and keep all your inventory, so you know what you're running out of. So I really do like that, and if people want to know more about that, I can tell you the name of the program. I was going to look it up and I forgot.
Just let me know, and
We'll get that to you.
All right, Instagram. I had someone ask if we had an Instagram page. I did put one up a few days ago. There's nothing on it at the moment, just our logo. I will learn a little bit more about Instagram, but if you would like to follow us, we are at the Texas Cross Stitchers. Like I said, right now there's nothing on there, but soon I'll have something up. And favorite L&S.
Okay, somebody had asked that. Where we currently live, we don't have a local store. The closest one to us is maybe 45 miles away. It's in Copper's Cove. I've been to that one. It's a nice store. They have a nice little selection for a small town and a small store. So most of the stuff I purchase is online. I've used a lot of different stores. A lot of times 1-2-3 Stitch, Back Quarter Shop, but I have ordered from. All right. Camera shut off for a second there. But as I was saying, I've ordered from 1-2-3 Stitch and Fat Quarter Shop and lots of other stores.
All right. Guess what, guys? I know you're all eagerly waiting to see if I finished my first cross stitch, which I did. I'm so excited. I finished the Luminous Arts, the Kettle Lantern. Don't look too closely. Oh, don't look too closely. I did make a few mistakes, but this is my first one, and I'm really happy with it. I liked the pumpkin the best. It was a lot of fun, and I'm really surprised at how quickly I got it done. Thanks to my family allowing me to cross stitch. So that was a lot of fun. And it looks like, my tallies for my next project. Thank you for those that responded to the question on what I'm going to do next. The snowman ended up getting 4. The cat ended up getting, I believe, 14. And then our winner is the reindeer, and that got 18. So I will be doing the Oh Dear, and I am very excited about. I've got most of it all up so I can get started probably this afternoon. So I'm excited. And what else?
She will be doing, it was a kit from Fat Quarter Shop probably a couple of years ago now, but we still have the mint green opalescent 14 count and then all the DMCs. So that's what she will be using when she stitches it.
And your new stitches.
Well, first I'm going to show you a couple of things I finished in the past. Both of these are Halloween related.
You're out of order.
Can you get the board, please?
Oh, sorry. But you're out of order.
Well, this was my order.
Oh.
You had your own order.
Oh, please.
So this, I believe it was called Witch Beulah by Finally a Farm Girl. Let's see. Yeah, that's what it was. I did it on Ice Murano. Bought that at Hobby Lobby. It's a Zygarde 32 count. And I did this in 2022.
Wow, that long ago?
That long ago. I have a few things that need to be finished. And then the other Halloween one I have, some people may recognize this one also. It is the October Snapshot from Pine Mountain. I started it in 2022 and I finished it this year. So it's on 14 count oatmeal by Lori Holt with all the call for threads.
Is it showing? I want to make sure.
Yes, it is showing. And those are a couple of my finishes. I have quite a few finishes that need to be fully finished. I'm kind of holding off on that. My husband and I are talking about possibly moving at the end of this year, probably more into next year at some point. So I figure they're going to be easier to move if they're just all like that. All right, what's next on the agenda?
Thank you. I am very gentle oriented and she got off script. All right, your new start.
My new starts. All right, I had 3 new starts since the last time we filmed. And the first one I'll show you is Folksy Thomas. I showed this one morning while I was at the lake house.
Enjoying your peace and quiet.
Enjoying my peace and quiet. Oops, there we go. This is a Patreon pattern from Teresa Kogut. It was in October of 2022. I am stitching it on Picture This Plus Legacy 32 count linen. And
you had to switch out any?
No, I didn't switch out any colors. I'm using has it Classic Colorworks, DMC, and some Weeks Dye Works. So I got a small start on it. In the future, if y'all want to know, I'm going to put it back in the bag. Exactly, here's the threads. Let them go off. I could tell you the stitch count since I'm keeping up with it. I just don't have it this time. I don't know if people are interested in that or not.
But please let us know.
Oh, looking at pictures of the grandchildren on my iPad at the moment. The other grandchildren. Alright, the next one I worked on is an older one. It's something I started a while back. This is Fall on the Farm, and I started block number 4. I had almost completed. I think I have some back stitch still to do on the other 3. But I started this block here, and I'm almost 50% finished with it. And this is what it will look like when it's done. And here are the threads for that one.
It's pretty cute.
It is stitched on, another piece of paper. This is by Little Houseworks. Needleworks. I originally started it in February of 22. It's on Beautiful Beige by Winchell. I believe it's a 32 count, and it's all Classic Colorworks.
Thank you. You're allowing my mom to finish her cross stitches.
I have a few that I've started over the years and haven't completed all of them yet.
150.
Oh, please. And the next one is another new start. It's called House on Pumpkin Hill. Got a couple dangly threads.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
This one is from the Liz Matthews Patreon. I believe it came out last month. I'm stitching it on Cream and Sugar by Fiber on the Whim, and I'm using all her call for threads, and she's using DMC. And this is a 32 count, or maybe 36 count. Yeah, 36 count. But let me see. I forgot to show you a picture of.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
And this is what it will look like when it's completed. And I can go back and show you Folksy Thomas. Oh, there it is already. Folksy Thomas was the one before. Yeah. All right. And those were my 3 new starts for last week.
For last week. Only 1 week. You apparently don't get to see the one from 2 weeks ago.
So, all right. What do I do next?
Now, your whips.
My whips. Okay, we have 1 or 2 of those. All right, the first one we'll talk about is a full coverage piece I started. Let me go.
Technology.
Come on. There we go. Ooh. Size right. Maybe it'll show up.
Here, I can.
Okay. This is called Uninvited Guest. It's by Charting Creations. The artwork is done by Jeff Tiff. Being a full coverage, this one has 226,600 stitches.
Jeez.
I started it last year, August of 2023. I am stitching this on Vintage Country Mocha 20 count by Zygarde and using all the call for DMC. And I'd have to look. I can tell you how far I am into in a second.
Wow.
It'll take her a minute. It's a big piece of fabric.
You can say that again.
I have so far done 24,146 stitches on it. This is my first full coverage that I've started. I saw it on the Homespun Needle Facebook group. A lady was showing it as she was getting probably fairly close to the end, and I was like, wow, that looks neat. So I purchased it and started it. I am gridding my own. I do the grids as I go. I did start it off on gridded white, but I didn't like it because it was showing through where all the dark is, so I moved it to the 20 count and just grid as I go.
Oh, very nice.
Thank you. And like I said, that's with all the call for DMC.
See, you lose floss too.
I never lose floss. Alright, this one I'm not sure if you can purchase it. It was an exclusive for the Homespun Needleworks. It's Charlotte Warrington, 1838. It came out last year at some point. It's done by Needle Press Works. I bought mine from the Colorado Cross Stitcher. I originally bought it with the Weeks Dye Works thread, and it's done on a Mason fabric called Sewing Box. It's 32 count linen. I wasn't crazy about the colors, so I switched it, and now it's all in NPI silks.
Wow.
It's a little start. I'm enjoying it. One of the reasons I bought this one was because of the name Charlotte. One of my granddaughters, her name is Charlotte. So that's why I purchased that one. It's going to be really pretty when it's finished. There are a few people on the Homespun Needleworks Facebook group have finished it. And I think there's a stitch along with it also, but I'm not good at doing the stitch alongs. But like I say, I'm using the NPI silks. It's got in the zipper, not good. Uh-oh. I'm sore. I'll have to get that out later. This one is also in a bag that I made. It's a Lori Holt when she had the fabric panel that came out that made several different bags. Okay. Now the next one is one that y'all will recognize. It was, I think it's been 2 years ago now. It's the Year in the Woods by Cottage Garden Saplings. And I started it in February of 2023. Currently, I'm working on the box. The fabric is Nocturne by Picture This Plus. It's 32 count linen, using all the call for colors. That's DMC and Gentle Arts. If you want to see on the other side, is I have completed the reindeer, or the deer. I'm not sure it's a reindeer, but the deer. He has been completed.
It's a reindeer for my girls.
Yes, so the deer is done. My plan is to do each season, frame them all in small frames that I can switch out the seasons as they come. Long-term plan. As you see, I'm only on the second of the 12.
So in another 10 years or so.
Next year when I don't have as many starts. This is another bag that I made. It was just some fat quarters that I had when I was in a fat quarter club. So I made a bag because I knew I wouldn't use that for anything else. Okay, the next one is Halloween Sampler. Hold that, by Teresa Kogan. This originally was a Patreon pattern, and she had the book yet last year with lots of cute Halloween pictures. So I did start this one, I believe, on parchment, and I wasn't crazy about how my colors were looking, so I restarted it this year. Let's see, when did I? Yeah, I didn't write the date down. Oh, I did. February of 24. The fabric is, this is Santa Fe, 32 count hemp, and it's by Jackson Fabric Arts. It's an Etsy shop. I did look it up yesterday, and she really isn't doing the hemp anymore. She's doing mostly linen stuff from Zybar, but she still does the colors. I love the colors. It's a really pretty piece of fabric.
It is. It's really soft too.
Yeah, the hemp is really soft. And the colors are DMC, Weeks Dye Works, and I do believe there's a Classic Colorworks in there also. The bag is a Teresa Kogan fabric. It was some of the fat quarters that I got when I was in that fat quarter club. Next,
And how many whips? Is this over the past 2 weeks?
This is my past 2 weeks. Yeah. Well, 2 in a couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this one is one of my older whips. It is, I'll have to show you a picture. There's. This is out of the, I believe it's the 2019 fall edition of the Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher magazine. It's called Tradition from Ancestors, from Twin Peak Designs. All DMCs except for, I did change the faces out and the hands to pie crust from Classic Colorworks.
Okay.
But otherwise, I'm getting close to finishing. Got a little more of the bottom here, a little more of the border, and there is the alphabet across the bottom. I'm trying to work on this maybe about 2 days a week, not an entire day, but 2 times a week, trying to get this one finished out this year. I started it on August 7th of 2022. Well, so it's not the oldest, but it's older. But I would like to get this one finished. I really don't have a lot of fall
And thanks.
excuse me, things that I can put out. It's really pretty. The fabric, I know it's a fox and rabbit 32 count. I just couldn't find the name, so I'm not sure what the color is. I know.
Did you make that?
And yes, this is another bag I made. Just some fabric I picked up. I thought it was a nice little fall colors.
You should teach me.
Yeah, we'll get right on that.
She will, eventually.
Yeah, I've seen her sewing before on the sewing machine.
Don't ask.
Yeah, don't ask.
Just along with my cooking skills, I inherited.
Yes, you did. All right, this is from the Cricket Collection, Autumn. I started that this year. It's being stitched on 32 count Lagana by Bestitch Me. The color is one more production. Yeah, one more reproduction. I realized the other day when I was stitching on it that I made a mistake.
Oh.
I know, it does happen. And here are the colors.
So did he frog?
Not yet, I'm trying to decide. The apples, the second row is one stitch too far over. But I probably can work it out. I'll just put them deeper into the other side of the U. But I haven't continued because knowing myself, I will probably rip it out and do it right.
And that's where I get my stubbornness from.
Because even though I could probably easily fix this problem, I'll probably still rip it out.
So give it 2 years and she'll finally get back to it. You think I'm joking. It's probably true.
Okay. And this one, y'all might recognize this. These are the project keepers done by Tiger Lily. And here I have 2 projects. The first one we'll look at is Halloween Parade by Loomis Fiber Arts.
That's cute.
This was also out of the Punch Needle and Primitive Needleworks from fall of 22. It's being stitched on, it's called Burnt Sienna. It's also a fabric that I bought from the Jackson Fiber Arts. It's also the hemp, and I'm using the color from Color and Cotton. The thread is a rustic black.
Turn off
Yeah.
our camera, our video. You haven't gotten very far.
Well, there's really not There's just one more thing on the other side of and a little bit of border.
Which part?
Well, I won't fill up the fabric. I'll have fabric left over.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't cut a fabric. I just leave it whole now. Which is, I know a lot of people think is kind of wasteful because then I'm not using that fabric, but I don't care. It will get used eventually on something.
Yes, in my personal store that I get to shop in.
Yes. And she told her daughter yesterday she was going to go shopping in my store.
For Floss. So I can do the Oh Dear project.
Which now is all kitted up.
Yep.
The other one in here is another one from Luminous Fabric Art. I think this was like a mystery that she did last year because I ordered it as a kit. And usually if it's a kit from her, it's a mystery. The fabric is by Forbidden Fiber Company. It's called Stonehenge. It's being done with silk Belsois called Old Crow. Just a little start. Got most of the bird done, getting ready to start on the pumpkin that he's standing on. I really like working with silks.
Why do you prefer silk?
Well, they're very soft and they slide through the fabric really easily.
Compared to hemp? Do you like it better than hemp?
We don't stitch with hemp.
Oh, whoops.
Cotton.
Cotton. You know. I know this.
She's still learning. Like when I was out of town, she'd go, "What's L&S?"
Oh, you didn't have to say that.
All right, and another one of the project folder by Tiger Lily. I've only got a small start on this one. This one is out of a Christmas book that I'd seen on another floss tuber that she was showing things she was doing, and I really liked this one. It's a nativity sampler. The book is, I believe, Craftways. I bought it. I believe I found it on Amazon. You can still find them out there on eBay and sometimes on Amazon.
Are those bookmarks?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of neat patterns in there, so there'll probably be some other ones I would start. The threads, all DMC. Reason I haven't got a whole lot done, I have not done a lot of fractional stitches, and this has a lot of them. I kind of got around the angel, oops, and all the way around the edge of her wings, around her face, around the halo, around the edges of the dress. There's fractional stitches all the way around. So I had to practice. I did a lot of taking out, putting back in because it didn't look right. So I think once I get the hang of it, I'll be okay with it, but it's something new for me. I think in most of my other patterns, it might be a fractional stitch here and one way over there. And most of them, you could leave it out and it really didn't matter, but I can't really leave them out on this one because then it's going to make it look different.
That's cool.
The fabric is, let me see, I am doing this, it's Winter Wren by Fox and Rabbit 36 count. It will have a chronic in it. I haven't got to that yet.
Are you excited?
I don't mind chronic.
Why?
I just don't. I know it's a metallic, and a lot of people don't like to stitch with it, but I used it in the Rooster years ago. So I don't remember it being used in a filament, I remember.
She's a few years older, So
yeah,
I'll keep you updated.
Yeah, when I finally get to that.
Yeah.
Like I said, I worked on it some just because trying to learn to do the fractional stitches. And we're down to the last one. This one will be my iPad.
Oh.
This one is called Peeking Snowman.
Oh, that's cute.
It's a full coverage that I started this year. You can purchase it from the Cross Stitch Studio. This one is a small full coverage. It's only 50,000 stitches. I am doing it on the Easy Grid 25 count from Zygarde. Started it in August of 24. Don't have a lot done. It's the working with white on white. I have a few parked stitches. Actually, I have started this one over probably 2 or 3 times because I was trying out different sizes of fabric to see how I liked. Because there is another one that I've decided I'm not going to do, because in order to make it a reasonable size, I was going to have to do 28 count 1/1, which stitching is not that bad. It's if you make a mistake and have to take it out, it's not good. So I've gone back to the 25 count on this, and if I hadn't got this much done, I probably would switch it to 20 count and do 2/1, but I'll stick with this. And that was it for that. I do have one other project, but it's not cross stitch. It's from another hobby I do, so it'll take a second to show. I am crocheting a blanket for her youngest. So I'm trying to work on it a little bit each week so I can get it finished.
Cute.
And it's just, then I'll have some more colors above. It's fairly simple. It's just a double crochet.
So finally, my year-and-a-half-year-old will get her own crocheted blanket. My eldest daughter has two blankets and 2 quilts. So,
well, you know, I had more time back then. I wasn't cross-stitching. And her eldest, her crocheted blanket is probably 3 times the size it originally started because it is so stretched out.
It looks like a rug, essentially.
It's got nice airy holes now.
Well loved. And she's only 3.5.
And she still sleeps with it.
Yes, she does. All right. Now, our giveaways. Thank you. First, thank you for subscribing. We surpassed our 250 subscribers, so thank you so much. And we have 2 giveaways.
It is, I hate to say, but it is just for in the United States. And just remember, I know all of you all know this, but in your comment, don't use the word giveaway or freebie. You do have to be 18 or above so that we can ask for your address.
All right.
Camera's over here.
Oh.
First one is a chart from Little House Needleworks. It's part of Fall on the Farm. This one is block 6. Even though the pattern says block 7, it is not block 7, it is block 6, because I was looking through all mine the other day and I was like, well, didn't I just look at that? And sure enough, I went, because I was flipping through them, and I went, I have 2 that are identical. And I was looking at the top, and I was like, nope, it says 7 on it, so that's why that probably got shipped to me. So it was a misprint. So if anybody would be interested in block 6 from Fall on the Farm, we're giving that away.
And that is going to be milk. So in the comment section, please put in milk.
Use the word milk.
All right. And our second giveaway
is a counting pen. My daughter, Kendall, is learning to make these. It's one of her new hobbies. She's been having lots of fun experimenting with it. So she has a little fall one there, a counting pen, and then a scissor fob or zipper pull, whatever you want to call, to go with it. So that is our second giveaway.
And that's going to be pumpkin.
Pumpkin. So leave us, like I say, a comment about it. If y'all are interested, you can sign up for both, but you can only win one. In order to win, you do have to be a subscriber, you have to like the video, and leave a comment. And we will announce the winner on our next video.
And now, I know my mom touched base on it. I do have an Etsy store. If you do like the counting pen or the zipper pull or the scissor fob, I do have an Etsy store. It is JC Faith Designs, one word, all together. And you can look us up on Etsy or just type it in Google. Like I said, all one word.
She'll put it in the description.
Yes, and we do have some patterns, and my mom has kindly made a few bags. So please
Project
check us
bags.
out. Yep, please check us out. And last but not least.
Well, I do have a few new things.
Oh.
She didn't have it on her list, apparently.
Well, I did say new things.
New things I've gotten.
Oh, new things that she's gotten.
This a piece of fabric. It's a hazy dyed effect from Fabric Flair, 32 count Lagana. I believe I got that to start the Tiny Modernist, the Christmas clock mystery that just started last month, I think. Then I ordered, this is Rose of Sharon, a Mirabilia. I ordered that from the Dutch Stitcher. She had found some Mirabilia patterns over there that she put in her little Etsy shop. So I ordered that because I had been looking for it. It's from 1994. It's difficult to find. I believe this is what I'm going to start in December. It'll be my birthday start. And I have a couple other patterns. Between yesterday and today, I've misplaced them. But I'm doing the houses from Carriage House. Well, doing is, okay, I've started. I'm still on the Santa house, number one. But I've been collecting these from Fat Quarter Shop. And then I got the thread pack for Spooky and Sweet from Fat Quarter Shop. I also have the newer house, but like I said, it disappeared yesterday. And I think that's all the new stuff that I remember that I've had. This is kind of a light week.
A light week.
It's sad to say, that's the truth. My husband says I should get thank you cards from these places.
All right. Well, thank y'all so much for joining us. Please make sure you subscribe, comment, like our video, and we will see you in about 2 weeks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.